voice to our opinions. The second thing, may I please request everyone to put your mobiles on silent. I will give you 10 seconds to do so. And now I will read out the mission statement for Toastmasters. I am going to do it from memory, so please bear with me since I don't have it at present in front of me. May I please request everyone to stand up, extend your right hand forward and repeat after me. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to grow their leadership and communication skills, leading to a holistic growth. Thank you so much. Please take your seats. With that, I now don the next hat, which is that of the president of the club. And once again, a very good morning to all of you. Thank you for being here for the 654th session today. I will change things up a bit today and would like to first and foremost start with the guest introductions. Any guests in our midst today? Okay, can you please raise your hand, stand up at your seat and tell us a little about yourself, please?
Guys,
We'll ask you to come here in a while.
so myself, Gaurav Pandit, I work with an NGO which is Asa Patshala and also preparing for UPSC. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Are you a guest as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi everyone. This is my second session with CDC. Some new faces over here. A bit about myself. I've been in Gurgaon for past 3 years now, working with a startup. And yes, looking forward to it.
Thank you.
My name is Jevin.
Come again.
Jevin.
Jevin. Thank you. Thank you. Happy to have you here. Any other guests? None that I can see? Yes, please, dear.
Hello everyone, I'm Kajal. I'm completing my 10th from state board and I'm in SLEM 11th standard.
You are?
SLEM 11th.
You are just coming to class 11. Great. Please, thank you. I'm assuming you're a guest too? Yes, can you please take a seat and tell us briefly about yourself?
Hi everyone.
Can you speak louder?
Hi everyone. I'm Amit. And this is my first session at Toastmasters. So I'm really looking to join a lot of you and enhance my journey in public speaking. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Well, on that note, now that we all know who's who and who's not, I would now like to walk us through something that has been playing in my mind. Remember, anytime we talk about Toastmasters, we usually end up saying it's about communication and leadership. And even in communication, we usually break down the process of communication into speaking and then we have listening. When we come here, give our speeches, we are actively speaking and enhancing that particular skill set. But what about developing our listening skills? Of course, the accountant gets to develop it, the grammarian gets to develop it, and when we listen to our speeches, we do too. However, today I would like us to go through two different ideas that will enable us to develop both our speaking skills as well as a metacognitive skill or a skill that enables us to further strengthen our ability of thinking clearly, and that particular skill is called visualization. Are you all ready?
Yes.
Great. Just give me a minute while I set up and give you the instructions. Timer, could you please give me my indicator of the time that we have in mind so that I'm able to do things? Okay, here I have paper. Most of the pages have something written on one side. Please use the blank page. I'm a teacher and I like to reuse my resources. So please take one sheet and pass down the rest. And I also have some pens, sketch pens and pencils. You need any more? One pencil or pen per person is enough. Please take one pencil and pass down the rest. Done? Does everyone have paper? Does everyone have a piece of paper? No, I just want to know that everyone has something to write on.
Can we use the diary also?
Come again?
Can we use the diary?
Yes, absolutely. Feel free to. That's up to you. So I have done my due diligence and got stuff so that people don't fall short. Now, if there's extra, keep them with you. We'll collect it later. Now, what is the task? Remember, I said visualization and listening. Essentially, I'm going to be narrating, I'm going to be saying aloud a small description. Your job is to put on your creative hats, listen carefully, visualize, that is, see in your mind's eye what is it that's happening, and then reproduce what you hear in picture form on the piece of paper in front of you. Okay, basically we are going back to our good old school days and doing a little bit of drawing class. Ready for it? Alright, let's see what we've got. All ears. Ready?
Yes.
And here is the description. Listen, and while you're listening, you decide what do you want to do, how do you want to proceed. Listen and draw, or listen and then draw, or whatever is it that appeals to you. And start. A shaduf stands beside the edge of a narrow irrigation canal in a flat farming field. It is a simple water lifting device made mostly of wood. Imagine first a tall vertical wooden post firmly fixed into the ground near the bank of a canal. This post is about twice the height of an average person. At the top of this post, a long wooden beam is balanced horizontally on a pivot so that it can move up and down like a seesaw. The beam is unevenly divided. The longer front section extends out over the canal, while the shorter back section extends behind the post over dry land. Attached to the far end of the longer section is a rope hanging downward. At the bottom of this rope is a large bucket, often shaped like a scoop or leather bag, which helps to pull out water from the canal. On the shorter end of the beam, a heavy counterweight is secured tightly. This may be a large stone, a bundle of clay, or thick mass of mud. Its purpose is to help lift the bucket upward after it has been lowered into the water. When in resting position, the counterweight pulls the shorter end downward, causing the bucket end to rise above the canal. To use the shaduf, a farmer pulls down the long end, lowering the bucket into the water. Once filled, the counterweight helps to raise the heavy bucket with less effort. The entire structure should be balanced, and one upright support post, one pivoted beam, one hanging bucket, one rear counterweight, and an irrigation channel. That is all that is needed in a shaduf. I'll give you a quick 30 seconds to complete your drawings. From memory, from what you heard, from what you imagined, what you can draw. My timer tells me the time is up. Another 10 seconds and you have to show me the images. Ready? Ready to showcase your creative skills? Well, turn to the person you are seated next to and quickly show the images. See what you have done. Share what your artwork is like. Show it to the people guide you, and while you do that, I am going to I'm going to show you what the Shaduf looks like as well. I'm posting the image on our group. So now is the time to use your phones and have a quick look of what the Shaduf looks like. And raise your hands if your image is anywhere close to what you see in front of you. Got it? On your MCTC groups? How many of you have been able to replicate it to some extent? Yay! The irrigation channels in order. Okay, alright. Well, that was a brief exercise in activating our listening skills, our ability to visualize information. I hope you are able to gradually incorporate this process of visualization when you are trying to make your speeches. I have far exceeded my time, so on that note, I am now going to hand over the stage space to a dynamic, dashing, amazing, wonderful superwoman who is none other than a mother of a young child. And today being Mother's Day, I especially applaud the kind of energy and effort that she has to put in to ensure that her work, her personal life and her social life, everything's in balance. Let us give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Shreya that took place.
Thank you, sir. Toastmasters, first thing for the warm, kind introduction. I was not expecting that. Yes, as a mother, it takes a lot of courage to leave your child, especially when the baby is young, and to pursue your passion, your dreams, and of course, fulfill your responsibilities. Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Toastmaster Shreya, and I am the Toastmaster of the day.
Good morning.
Before we learned communication, someone understood our cries. Before we learned confidence, someone believed in us. Before we learned leadership, someone taught us kindness. For most of us, it all started at home with our mothers. Today's meeting is all about celebrating, embracing our mothers and the motherhood journey each mother has to take to reach this journey, to reach where they are today. But before we start, I want to set the context of the meeting. So typical Toastmasters meeting is divided into 3 sections. First is prepared speech. Second is impromptu section wherein in prepared speech, the members of the Toastmasters Club will be giving prepared speeches. Today we have 2 prepared speeches by Toastmaster Pratik and Toastmaster Sumit. Second is table topic session wherein the guest also can come and participate. Everyone will be given an impromptu topic here on the stage, and you have to think and speak on it for 2 minutes. The third and the most important section is feedback. Now why I call it the most important section is because in Toastmasters, applause makes us feel good. But what makes us better every day is the feedback, because that helps us grow. Right? So that's how. Before moving forward, I would like to invite our general evaluator for today, the Anil Kapoor of our club, who is actually aging in reverse. Toastmaster Amitabh has been a member of Toastmasters since April 2025. He is a software professional at FMCG company and loves traveling and singing. So Amitabh will be introducing us with our tag team. Toastmaster Amitabh.
Good morning everyone.
Good morning.
So as a general evaluator of the day, I would evaluate the whole Toastmasters session from beginning to the end. And for this, I will be supported by the speech evaluators, table topic evaluators, and the tag team. So I would like to call upon the tag team first to explain the role, what they are going to play, and how they are going to evaluate. So first, I would like to call upon our grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Chetna.
Hello everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. I am the board detective of the day today, and
will be making a note of creative usage of knowledge, metaphors, and good usage. I'll also be observing ill usage or mispronunciation. As a grammarian, my duty is to introduce the word of the day, which is astound, which means to surprise someone, and it is generally used in positive connotation. And I would encourage everyone that you use in your words. Sorry, I just missed that, the synonyms of this word are remarkable, incredible, surprising. And to put it in a sentence, I would say that Toastmasters speech astounded me today. And I would encourage each and everyone to use this in your speeches. And at the end of the meeting, I'll come back with my report. Thank you.
Next, I would like to call upon the founder of the day, Toastmaster Gujarat. Please come on the stage.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Today, as an art counter, I will be listening to each speaker carefully. Sometimes we use filler words, so, like, well, or take long pauses or repeated words. So I'll be noting it down, and at the end of this meeting, I'll be presenting my report. Just one suggestion: instead of using such filler words, we can practice to use small pauses. Take your time and then speak to next part of your speech. Thank you.
Next, I would like to call upon the timer of the day, Toastmaster Aishwarya.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Aishwarya, and I am the timer for the day. My work is to check if the meeting is going with the time or not. And for that, you have some parameters. If you are giving your icebreaker speech, your maximum time limit is from 4 to 6 minutes. If you are delivering your prepared speeches, then you have a time of 5 to 7 minutes. And next we have table topic session. If you are participating in a table topic session, your time will be from 1 minute to 2 minutes. And for in speech as well as in table topic, you have a grace period of 30 seconds. Thank you.
I would present my evaluation report at the end of the session. I will request Toastmasters here to come on the stage.
So the context of the meeting is set, but I want to start the meeting on a funny note. So could you please applaud? With the applause, I would like to invite our joke master of the day, Toastmaster Piyush.
Good morning, Toastmasters and day guests. So today is Mother's Day. First of all, congratulations to all the mothers here today. So I thought of including some mother point of view in my joke. So yesterday I was sitting with my mother during evening tea, and my mother said, "Piyush, you are using too much phone day today. You are so much engaged in your phone." And I said, "No, Mom, I'm not. Seriously? Yesterday your phone was completely discharged and you were too emotionally attached to the charging point." And then I realized she was actually right. So I thought of doing one experiment. I put my phone in my room and I went out sitting with the family in the hall. And we were talking and 10-15 minutes passed by. And after a few minutes I realized we are actually very funny people. We spend so much time together, and after 5-7 minutes, there's an awkward silence in the room. And then my father stood, he started his TV, my mother started scrolling through her WhatsApp forwards, and my sister started scrolling through Instagram reels. and then there's a complete silence in the room. I also stood up, went back to my room, locked the room, and I hugged my phone and said, "You really understand." Thank you.
I must say this is one of the most relatable jokes because we try to keep our phone aside but not longer than 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, so today's meeting is going to be very, very interactive because mother is a very sentimental topic. I am sure when I say mother, especially mummy, mom, each one of has a lot of, like a flood of memories comes to our brains, right? And it is a very sentimental topic. Now, when I say mother, what comes into your mind? I'll start with everyone. I want to say one word when you think about your mother. What is the one word that comes to your mind? I'll start from the back. Guest, sorry, your name? Devesh. Okay. Devesh, what is that one word that comes to your mind when you think of your mother? And I don't want everyone, like, we'll not stop. It will be like, quickly everybody has to take a word and just we'll move forward, okay? Just one word. Warm. Sacrifice. Care. Anything. It could be in Hindi also. Struggle. Sacrifice. Love. Care. Life. Love. Idealism. Yeah. Emotional. Friendship. Caring.
Coconut.
Idol.
Heart from outside.
Idol. God. Aishwarya.
Yeah.
One word when you think of your mother.
Oh, yeah. Loving and caring.
Loving. Love. Friend. Bandit queen. Charming. This is the emotion question when it comes to a mother. Everybody either said love, care, sacrifice. Actually, motherhood starts with the sacrifice. My daughter is 2 years old, and while I was pregnant, starting from 6th month till the date, I haven't slept for more than 3 to 4 hours on a stretch. So the first thing that goes on a toss is actually a mother's sleep. We'll say that the father is also there, but it becomes the primary responsibility of the mother, and we'll talk about it later about how it becomes the primary responsibility. One thing that goes on the toss is the sleep. So there are a lot of unsaid sacrifices that our mothers do from the day one we were in her womb actually, when we started in her womb. And till date, each one of us will have a lot of stories to share. When my daughter was born, as it was a C-section, as she was out, doctor took her away and for all the procedures. And the moment I heard her cry, something changed in me. It was like my heart was full of love, care, emotions that I never felt. And trust me, when I'm telling, I still get goosebumps. Because the day she was born, a lot of things, like immense love, care, patience, everything changed. Everything, all of us suddenly came together. You know, when I talk about sleep, she's the one today, like if I try to sleep in front of her, she'll be like, "Mama, wake up." Even if I sleep like 10 times, I try to sleep and I somewhere get a little jiffy, she'll be like, "Mama, wake up." That's the thing. So that's how it comes. And even if she does all these things, even if I'm not able to sleep, the moment she calls me Mama, I'm like, "Yes, beta, I'm always there." And that is the story with all the mothers, right? Do you agree?
Yes.
Let's start from childhood. Any one of you wants to share a story associated to your mother, her story that is really, that you remember from childhood, that is really remarkable in your journey up till now, and this is something that you will always carry. Toastmaster.
So,
I have two sisters apart from me. So one is an big one and one is a little one. So, and we are from a middle class family, so we do not have any kind of house help, cook or anything. So, it is like expected your girl child to do some of your help in household activities like cooking or cleaning, etc. My mother makes sure that we do not get involved in any such kind of things and just focus on our studies. Whenever we try to help as well, she always told us to focus on your studies and don't do these things. And that's how we were able to achieve what we wanted in our life. And I always remember her sacrifice that she has done for me, and I always carry it with me. So,
So just opposite to what Deepika told. So we are three brothers, three elder brothers, and we have a younger sister. And sister is too small. So from our childhood itself, like we didn't have the concept of boys won't work in the home. So she made us to learn all the household work. We learned cooking, and I am thankful to my mother. Because of her, I could survive anywhere. So she didn't differentiate between boys and girls, and she made sure that all the boys in the house, they learn cooking and they learn household work.
Next time.
yeah, please.
So I would like to introduce when I was in 7th class and I was living in a village which is Gorakhpur. So we had a cow in our house and I was doing all the household works there. And after that I came here in my 9th standard. And when I started living life in the city, it was inverse basically. And thoughts, the ideology of my mother, she is honest, she is hardworking, she has a lot of patience in her. So that thing remained in her even she is living here also. So this thing I would like to thank you.
Yeah, sure.
My mother has always believed that an idle mind is a devil's workshop, which is why even as a young kid, my brother and I, we had a very fixed routine we would follow. Wake up at 7:30, head out to school. School would be from say 9 to 3:30. Around 4:15 we would not come back home. From the bus stop itself, she would one day take us for a table tennis class, some day to a drawing class, some day to an art and craft class, some day to a dance class, music class. All 5 days of the week were as preoccupied for us as it was for my mom. That's the kind of effort she put into ensuring in bringing up my brother and I'm grateful to her for that.
Absolutely. We do have a lot of gratitude, love, care, everything for our mother, and we will do this as an activity to express our gratitude also. So on that note, please retain the papers that Toastmasters Travasti gave you. We'll refer to that at the end section of the meeting. Any specific childhood memories that you want to share, as in any funny childhood memory on how your mother used to treat you? I was sure that Toastmasters Travasti.
I'm not sure if it is funny or not. When I was very small kid, after the afternoon, my mother used to sleep and out of love, I used to clean the utensils. And right now, I live alone, and the first thing I do in the morning is clean the utensils. So that is something I love doing.
So me and my brother were just 3 years age difference. He was elder to me, and in my childhood we used to fight along. So once our fight went up to the next level, and he has broken my chin by punching me here. So I was completely blooded from here. Still I have stitch marks here. So I put up a big stone and I was about to hit my mother, and my mother holded me there only. So I still have grudges with my mother. She didn't allow to hit me.
Yeah. Okay. We'll complete those incomplete letters also. Okay, on that note, before I would like to begin with the first segment, that is the prepared speeches. And then we'll come back to our memories, the motherhood journey after the prepared speeches. So first, I would like to invite Toastmaster Pratik. Toastmaster Pratik is a member of Toastmasters since 2025. He works as an energy expert in an MNC. His pathway is motivational strategies. Objective is to share some aspect of previous experience as a quotage. I would like to invite Toastmaster Rahul for reciting the objective for Toastmaster Pratik.
You have already shared.
Sorry.
But just to reiterate, Toastmaster Pratik is third speech from Millennium, and the objective of this speech is to share some aspects of the previous experiences as a problem. And the title would be The Power of Quiet Sacrifice. On the basis of Toastmaster.
The power of quiet sacrifice. The power of quiet sacrifice, Toastmaster Pratik.
Hello everyone, good morning.
Good morning.
I will start with a very small question. Who believed in you before you believed in yourself?
Parents, brothers.
For me, like as most of you have said, for me it was my mother. Let me take you back to the Monday morning in 2005. I was in class 9. It was the day of my science test, for which I had studied nothing. I woke up late, my uniform was wrinkled, and I ran out of the house barely chewing my food. I reached to the school and I sat on my bench. After some time, the PM came to the classroom door and he called my name. And he handed me the steel lunchbox that I forgot at home. There was a small piece of paper wrapped around the lunchbox in my mother's handwriting. It said, "Beta, you forgot your lunch at home and also you can do it. Love, Mom." My mother had walked 20 minutes to the school in a summer heat just to make sure I ate and to remind me that she believed in me even when I did not believe in myself. My mother grew up in a small town in Haryana and she was the youngest one among 5 siblings. She did her 12th, but she did not attend college because her family could not afford. And in those times, in most of the families, a girl's future had already been decided, and that was marriage. My mother got married at the age of 21. She had no degree, no training, and nothing that the world calls a qualification. But she had a system. Every morning, she woke up at 5 a.m. before anyone else. She prepared tiffins for my father, my brother, and for me. And she tracked every single rupee in a small notebook. She managed all the household things. And she made sure that we got everything that we deserved. And she had no MBA, but she ran our house like a CFO runs an organization, with discipline, with foresight, and with zero waste. I grew up thinking this sacrifice was her job description and that this is what all mothers do. But when I started working, when I had my own responsibilities, when I had my own challenges, I had my own small stress, then only I realized the importance of her sacrifice. Every single day she worked required more strength than the most people I know in my workplace. She had no backup, no paid leaves, no appraisal cycle, and no recognition. But she never complained, not even once. And most of the times I used to think that if she had some qualification, if she had some degree, she would have been in a good position in some organization. So out of the curiosity, one day I asked my mom, "Ma, did not you ever feel cheated? You were so capable. You could have done much more." She smiled and looked at me for a moment, and then she replied, "Yes, I did do something. I made sure you could. I made sure you could land up in good college. I made sure you could land up in good organization to live happily life." Friends, nowadays everyone wants to get visible. People post achievements, rewards, recognition. But behind every successful person, there is someone invisible. Someone who sacrificed quietly. Someone who stayed awake while we slept peacefully. Someone who believed in us before we believed in ourselves. My mother taught me 3 things from her life journey. First, show up every day, even when no one is clapping for you. The world only sees the final performance, but the real success is built in those 5 a.m. moments. And second, invest in people, be with them, treat them well. And third, love is often silent. It doesn't always come in big dramatic words. Today, a lot has changed over the time, but my mother's care and love for me has never changed. It is the same. I am grown up now, but for her, I am still the same 9th class boy who forgot his tiffin in the school. So she calls me daily just to listen that I have eaten my lunch and if I am doing well. And whenever she does, it reminds me of the same small paper that was wrapped around the lunch box in 2005. Friends, the most motivational speech I have ever heard was 6 words long. "Beta, you can do it, love ma." Written on a small piece of paper by a woman who never stood at a podium. Thank you.
It is rightly said, our mother does a lot of sacrifices, and the managers and the leadership qualities that our mother have possessed ever since, it's unmatchable. And we becoming the new mothers, we also learn from those world leaders, the mothers, whatever we are doing for our kids and whatever we will do in future for our kids. Moving forward, we usually wait for 1 minute feedback. I am sure DM Rahul has marked this feedback for, I'll create the feedback session, a feedback form while TM Sumit gives the speech, and then after TM Sumit gives the speech, we'll wait for 2 minutes to mark the feedback for Toastmaster Pratik and Toastmaster Sumit. Okay, so moving on, we'll start with our second speech. For that, I would like to invite Toastmaster Sumit. Toastmaster Sumit has been a member of Toastmasters since 25 and is a quality engineer at an MNC. His evaluator is Toastmaster Naishi. Toastmaster Naishi, I would like to request you to recite the objective for Toastmaster Sumit.
Good morning, everyone. Toastmaster Sumit is giving his third speech from level 1 and his pathways presentation mastery. His speech objective is speech with a purpose, and his title is My Japan Diaries. We wish him all the very best.
Toastmaster Sumit, My Japan Diaries. My Japan Diaries, Toastmaster Sumit.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am going to share my experiences from my recent Japan visit. But before I start, let me share some of the facts from history. How many of you know how many bombs were dropped in Second World War in Japan?
Atomic bombs? You talking about atomic bombs?
The answer is 2. Correct. 2 nuclear bombs were dropped in Japan, which completely devastated their 2 cities. But what most of us don't know was, in addition to these nuclear bombs, thousands of conventional bombs were also dropped, which targeted 60 cities of Japan. And these were targeted on their industries, on their infrastructure, and sometimes directly on the civilian population. So these conventional bombs, along with the nuclear bombs, brought about complete destruction of Japan. This was the site of Japan, a nation totally ruined by bombings by the US in 1945. Now let us fast forward to 1980s, and Japan became the second largest economy of the world. So amazing to see Japan. I was very interested in visiting Japan to see the development in that country, and also I wanted to take a break from the hustle bustle of life, because these breaks help in the mental well-being. Moving on, I would like to share some of the experiences which I experienced as a unique experience in Japan. In one of the incidents, I went to a shop and I was in a hurry to buy food items, and I bought the food items and I went away without taking back the change. After 2 minutes of walking, I realized somebody calling me from behind. He was the shopkeeper. He left his shop just to hand over me the change. This small incident shows how much honest the Japanese are. This is there in their blood. Everywhere you will find these examples of honesty in Japan. Now, at that same moment, a past memory struck my mind. It was the time when 2000 currency notes were recently introduced in India. So in Delhi, I went to a dry cleaner, and the bill was 800 rupees. I gave him 2000, he returned only 200 rupees to me. This was the cleverness. I also just busied my regular schedule. I came back home, later realized my mistake. So what I think is that this cleverness in the business may be good for short-term profits, but in the long term, this business surely is going to lose its customers. This is the one experience which I am always going to remember. The second experience, I was trying to locate a shop in Japan. I was tired, I was not able to locate because there are communication barriers in Japan. So I requested a lady who was playing with her kids to help me find this shop. After 2 minutes of interaction, again she was speaking Japanese and I was able to understand only English, not much of Japanese. So after 2 minutes of discussion, I thought I will have to do it alone. What she did, she went along with me, with her kids, to show me the shop. This shows the helpful nature of Japanese people. They are so much helpful to others. And this is not the unique experience I had. Many foreigners experience this. And this is the main reason why, when I was in Japan, I never felt away from home. The third important quality trait of Japanese I would like to highlight is discipline. They are so disciplined in their approach. In one of the incidents, I observed that, not one of the ones, but regular incidents, on road, the pedestrians have the first priority. Whenever a driver sees a pedestrian at the intersection, he will stop his car and let the pedestrians cross the intersection. Now comparing this with India, in India, pedestrians have the least priority. There is no proper space also to walk. A lot of difference is there. Secondly, there was also very interesting experience in their trains. In their train station, they line up in a row and wait for the train to arrive. And inside their train also, they never talk to each other just because it will cause disturbance to others. They keep their mobile phones in silent mode. And as I have returned back after 2 months, so yesterday I was in Rajiv Chowk. I was standing quietly for the train to come. And what happened? I found that nobody is standing at the back. They are forming parallel lines. And
no space was left for the inside passengers to come out. And as soon as the door opened, everyone rushed in to get a seat. So inside passengers don't even get time and space to come out. This is the regular phenomena everyone experiences, but after coming back, these things are striking me. These are the things. Some of the hardships also I would like to highlight, although it was difficult to find. First one was that you have to do all the household work. You have to prepare your food, you have to wash your utensils, you have to iron your clothes. So this takes away most of the free time, and life becomes harder because of this. Coming to the conclusion part, I realized that it was the Japanese workforce which rebuilt the Japan in 1945. This Japanese workforce had several qualities. These are the basic human values of humanity, of discipline, of kindness, of helpfulness, of humbleness, and these are the values which took the Japanese companies to the next level. Their products became world famous and their companies became MNCs because of that. So I want to reinforce these values in myself, and I want these values to be part of my identity.
So we'll wait for feedback. The feedback form is shared on the group. We'll wait for 2 minutes for everyone to mark feedback for KFC then KFC. And I've seen this, whosoever has been to Japan or stayed there for some time, they came back, they come back always talking about the Japanese culture. And this has happened with my colleagues also. And I wish if someday Indians can also inculcate some Japanese discipline. There are always phases of motherhood. In childhood, when the baby is small, all mothers are like, okay, eat one chocolate, but just one. Okay, you want to do this, I'll buy you new toys. Okay. Like childhood phase is still wherein mothers are okay doing a lot of things in the favor of kids. Suddenly, when teenager comes, don't you think mothers becomes the strictest person on the planet for all the kids? I am sure there is a lot of good intention of making their kid disciplined, making them go to school for their careers and all. But while you were there, while you were the teenager, you think, for me, my mom became my villain. And she was the one person who I was not willing to share much of the things, because at the time she would be like, this is all because you don't want to study. And it was right also. I'd always complain about stomachache, headache. I never experienced headache, but every day I used to have headache so that I don't have to go to tuitions or school. And somehow my mother would know that and she would always purposely send me to the tuitions. School I would voluntarily go, but tuition teacher was almost my second mother. My first villain, mother was still the second. So tuition teacher was the one I was not even willing to see her face. So because my mother used to purposely send me to the tuition every time, my mother became the villain. Now we are going to play a quick game. What mom says. In teenagers, moms like TV इतना मत देखो, phone इतना मत चलाओ, phone तो उस टाइम पे इतना नहीं चलाता कोई, but phone ना चलाओ, ये मत खाओ, वो मत खाओ. Everyone will have that one pet dialogue of their mother. Can you all recall that? Let's start. Let's play a quick game on what mom says. Okay. Now we'll start from the front row. Any famous dialogue. It need not be in English also. It can be in Hindi. But your mother dialogue that as soon as you recall your childhood, that dialogue is on top of your mind.
I recall my whatever vacation was there, over.
Yeah, you just have to say the dialogue. What mom says. Like what mom says, you have to complete. What your mom says. Okay. Toastmaster of that.
One more year of good study will sort of your life forever.
Yeah. Toastmaster said that.
देख तो मेरी बात नहीं मानी.
Right.
Mistake changed you at the hospital. Yeah.
Aging people are always sad.
Okay. Right. सामान उधर ही रखा है.
So my mother is very orthodox. She is more about teenagers. So whenever by mistake my foot is put on somewhere where we have eaten, so she will always say "Kaal albituva." But in Tamil it is "Kaal albituva." Ped do kya?
Okay.
My mother would say.
Just say the dialogue. Okay.
Gujarati she will say. Otherwise, you have to study or else you won't get anything to eat.
Yeah.
So,
I don't remember dialogue, but whenever anything wrong happens, she will start.
Yeah. Go for running. Okay. Sorry? Okay.
She is still going through that stage.
Yeah. Piyush?
बस ये लास्ट पढ़ाई गाड़ी में पढ़ाई
तू पढ़ ले बस.
बस पढ़ ले.
Listen to me at least.
मेरी बात तो सुनो. Right.
जान खा तुम्हारी. जान
पे. Yeah. Divesh.
Maybe grandchild.
But that is now.
She was ambitious from that.
Whenever I show the tantrums, they will tell my papa को ये पापा ने बिगाड़ दिया इसको.
पापा ने बिगाड़ दिया.
तुम्हें जो करना है.
जो करना है.
Please marry.
That is now. What was your in the childhood like teenage?
When I completed my schooling and I was about to go to college, I said, now I am studying.
I
Your
second
mother's
you.
wish is long.
You should ask her to find a girl for you.
Yeah, my mother's wish is very long. Like you should now fulfill. I remember my mother says, even the dog when it sits now, it will still wag its tail and then clean everything and then sit. You will just sit like that wherever you want to. Right now, Aishwarya, you missed. What is your famous dialogue with your mother?
My mother says, क्या हुआ ऐसे क्यों बैठे हो कुछ काम नहीं है करने के लिए.
See, this is the thing. Suddenly, teenagers, when we are growing up, our mom becomes the coconut shell as She is the one who will actually shape us, who actually shaped us to what we are here today. We understand the importance of life, good habit, qualities, our core values, and those were intact because she struggled that time. She made us, she was strict that time. She made us do a lot of stuff that we are doing now, and that is necessary for living our livelihood. Right? This was an interesting game.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll go back after the table topic session, and we will do another activity which is going to be in the writing form. Okay. So for moving forward with the table topic session, I would like to invite our table topic master, Toastmaster Deepika, who has been a member of Toastmasters in 2024 and is currently working as a consultant in an MNC, right? Yes. Toastmaster. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So today is Mother's Day, and today's theme or today's session is filled with love, lessons, celebrations, little memories that makes our mother and makes our home feel so special. So let's get started with some nostalgic and fun sessions. Before that, I would just like to address some of the approaches that you can adopt while giving your table topic speeches. First is audio approach, where O stands for opinion, R stands for reason, E for example, and O for opinion. That is, state your opinion to the topic, give a reason why you think that way, then give an example, and then end with your opinion again. One another procedure that we can follow is past, present, and lesson. That is, you have been given a topic, you think what you used to think or what memories you have for that topic in the past, connect it to how you feel about it in the present, and then end it with what lessons or what advantages you have, what realization you have gained from it. So you can adopt these two or any other approaches that you can think of in the table topic speeches. So first, in the timing section, 1 to 2 minutes is allotted as Toastmasters has said. So 1 minute is the minimum time. In 1.5 she will raise the yellow card, and on 2 minutes she will raise the red card, and you will have 30 seconds to wrap up your speeches. So first I would like to start with one Toastmaster for this table topic session. Any volunteer? Toastmaster. Toastmaster 1. Describe one meal that instantly reminds you of home. Describe one meal that instantly reminds you of home. Toastmaster 2.
I don't remember a meal, but I will always remember the sweets which my mom prepared. So on every occasion, so whether it's a festival, Janmashtami, Deepavali, Ganesh Puja, anything, she specially prepared laddus, whether it is for gram flour, besan or moong. And those are so yummy that I cannot control myself. Eating 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is always supply of laddus at my home. And that's one thing which I always remember. Nowadays, you can get all laddus and everything from Home Sweets, Haldiram, Bikanerwala. But the taste of laddus made by my mom is never I got back. Even now, whenever I go back to my home in Jaipur, my mother, even though she is so old now, she is so busy, she sits for hours to prepare laddus for myself and for my children. And she always makes sure that I bring that steel dabba. So those are the memories I have from my mother. So the laddus, the sweets are truly heavenly. And thanks, Mom, for giving me those delicacies.
We all remember the meal that our mothers packed whenever we are leaving our home. I still have that Nimki packet when I was leaving home after Holi. So yes, we all cherish those small moments, small things that our mothers do even when we are leaving.
sibling, the one who would just ask for something and get that. But on studies part, my elder sister, had all the freedom to do anything with me, to slap me or beat me, whatever in the world to make me study. And I was very notorious in childhood, especially in mathematics. I remember I was in class 2 or 3 and I got very less marks, somewhere around 0 almost from 10 or 20 something in the class test. And the teacher told me to get the test paper signed from my father. And my father is strict in relation to studies. And I just copied and just forged the signature and I took it to the class teacher. Everything was fine in the school, but my sister got me, and as usual, I got 2-3 slaps and everything, and my mother never used to beat me. It was always my sister, always my elder sister. So that was, and from that till I was in class 2 or 3 then, and then gradually I got good in maths and everything, but I didn't used to study at all, at least till class 7 or 8. That was the thing, like it was hard on me, but after class 9 or 10 I myself realized that yes, I need to study, that is also something important, and I'm grateful for that. But those were the notorious things which I used to do, so not I don't study.
Next, any guest? Yes, Jevin, what superpower do mothers secretly have? What superpower do mothers secretly have? Yes, Jevin.
I believe mothers have inherent superpowers inside them, but the one superpower that really amazes me is to go on to work for, to be ready for your family, to work for them day in, day out, no holidays, nothing. That superpower is something that I've realized as I've grown in my life. It does not come easy. To start, first of all, to wake up early in the morning at 5 a.m. to prepare meal for, not for yourself but for others, to wake them up, to get them ready as your children, then to send them to schools or prepare food for your husband as well. Then when they come back, you make sure that they are not just living their life but also they are growing. So you are not just doing it for yourself but for your children. That superpower, when we think about it, that you have to do it on daily basis without any recognition, with the same intent, with the same dedication, that's amazing for me. And yeah, that's all.
Toastmaster Utkarsh, what is the classic mom line that you think everyone has heard at least once? What is the classic mom line that you think everyone has heard at least once? Toastmaster Utkarsh.
That classic one line, everyone has listened to. तू प्यारा बेटा है मेरा, तू दुलारा है मेरा, बेटा ये मत कर. So these kind of words are always showing us the care, the love that she possesses in her for our child. She don't want that her child get into any trouble, that her child does anything that is not a good human being does. She always wants that her child to be successful and polite, and always be careful in their words, in their actions, that world will not point to her child. No mother wants that her child to be unsuccessful or a bad person. So that's why she regularly inculcates or she transfers the good vibes, good qualities of a human being in her child. So मत कर बेटा, ये नहीं करना है, तू दुलारा है मेरा. So she always shows her love from her words and actions and emotions always. Thank you.
That was really beautifully expressed. Now, yes. Toastmaster Rajesh. What is one quality you learned from your mother or your mother figure? What is the one quality you learned from your mother or your mother figure? Toastmaster Rajesh.
Thank you, PT Master, for the nice topic. There are a lot of qualities I learned from my mama. She used to say, start small. That don't do big things. Don't go for typical goals. Start small. Read 2 pages. Even I remember in my class 8 or 9, she will bring the book and start reading in front of me, so that I also get to get that interest to read. So she always tells me that become a good person. Don't try to be so successful. Don't try always. Only focus on the process. Focus on what has to be done today and what has to be done in the correct way. And I think that has led me to become a better person of myself. The life I live today is better than others whom I know. So this is something which I think every mother gives to their children, and it's up to us how we carry it and how we practice it on a daily basis. So so happy Mother's Day to each of you.
Yes, question. If your mom started a YouTube channel, what would it be about? If your mom started a YouTube channel, what would it be about? Toastmasters. Yes, question.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster. So, my mom starting a YouTube channel is such an interesting topic because something that I have asked my mother to start a YouTube channel for a very long time because I think she'll be spectacular at it. I'm actually quite astounded at how capable she is in many different things of her life. Particularly in the beginning, I always believed that at least she should start her own recipe channel because she's really good at cooking, in my opinion, and she prepares delicious food, and she's really excited and passionate about it. And the angle I think she could really give it to her YouTube channel is really not just about cooking in a kitchen, but really all about how she presents when the guest comes over, because that is the thing she gets the most amount of applause for. But besides that, also I think she could also start some of those kids and funny channels as well, because between our household, I really see my mom has a very energetic and a dynamic personality, and she's really animated in terms of how the interaction between all the family members goes, and she could really just play out all the characters in the family and just interact, by saying, when she's being, and to be very honest, in every story and the skit, she's going to be the superhero for good reasons. Nonetheless, she could just play out loud, like my father, my brother, and me, and then understand, what the kind of problems are and how the mom comes around and swoops in and solves all our problems. So with that, I would like to say, my mom can start multiple different YouTube channels, but I think this recipe, this kit, this would be my recommendation.
the uncommonly things. It was my mother. I was young, when my mother's neighbors told me that my mother puts in a lot of effort for me and my brother to get the life skills. She, along with taking us to the art, taekwondo, dance, swimming, skating classes, used to sew my costumes so that the dance competition I go to, I win that. But most importantly, she framed my character. I'm astounded to say that she told me at that young age that I can be so much more than just being pretty. When I see at her vain smile now, I am reminded of the poem I read in my 12th standard, My Mother at 66. She's aging, and the things that she used to do so effortlessly, today she is my effort. And so I would say, I am a strong woman because a strong mother raised me, and I just followed her. Thank you.
What is one thing that children do better than adults? What is one thing that children do better than adults? Toastmasters.
The one thing that children do better than adults is being true to themselves and being loyal in front of every other person. So, when I was child, my mother taught me to be loyal to every other person, help others, and be genuine in front of others. But when I was small, I tried to do those things, and then I also, at that time, we were back at our hometown, and now we are in Gurgaon. And now it's difficult to be loyal in front of others. It's difficult to praise every other person and help others. So when I was child, I usually follow those things, but now it's difficult to follow the track which my mother told me to follow at that time.
Really well put. We used to be loyal as a kid, but as we grow up, we start to hide what is inside of us because we are afraid if it's going to get exposed, then we are the one who is going to get hurt in the process. I would like to call any guest. Yes, Amit. What is one thing mothers can do better than Google? What is one thing mothers can do better than Google? Yes.
Hi everyone, I'm happy for the same to all of you. So I think one thing which mothers can do always better than Google is give you that confidence which Google can give you. Like for a mother, child is the child has the best of abilities irrespective of where the child stands. So even if you will say go to Google and ask for some advice, it will give you pros and cons, but a mother will always give you the pros associated with how and why you will succeed, irrespective of whether you would or not. So that's what I will say. Thank you everyone.
One last. Any guest? Yes, God. Home feels different because of certain people. Home feels different because of certain people. Yes.
So, hello everyone, myself Gaurav Tripathi. My topic is whom I feel different certainly. So, may I give 30 seconds?
I can take 5 minutes.
So, since my childhood, I was a kid like I do not talk too much to the people. I was a kind of isolated personality. So after that, after growing up, I started chatting with others, but I was a kid who grew up in the village. So it is very difficult to talk up with a person, with the friends in cities. So it took a lot of effort from my side, but when I was 9 and 10, there was no friend at all in my classroom. I was isolated. I used to sit at the last bench. Even I was the topper of the school. I do not have any of the friends. So I think this was one thing that I would like to share here. But even after 11 and 12 and having graduation, I earned hundreds of thousands of people in my life. I talked with different persons. This thing I would like to do. So thank you.
Thank you everyone for really astounding speeches. We all could relate to all of the speeches because that's what our mothers do. Our mothers are sacrifice them their daily routine. Our mothers, they are like really caring, sweet. They help us in shaping ourselves, and that's why mothers are really celebrated all over the world. And with that, I would like to hand it over to Toastmasters Shreya. Thank you, Toastmaster Deepika, for the amazing table topic session. I want to share the story of my mother. My mother is an artist. She ranks amongst the top 40 artists in India. Right now, she is an art and craft teacher at a school in Kanpur. But I have seen her embrace her artwork like anything. Every new painting that comes in the market, like every new technology of art that comes, like glass painting, bead, canvas painting, any new paintings that comes, she was the first one to learn it. Obviously because she is associated with Pidilite industry, so she gets the product also in first hand, but she always made sure that she learns those artwork and practice that to the core after she returns home. I have seen her hard work like anything. She is not, considering her talent, she deserved much more recognition, fame, whatever you say, money, but she couldn't reach that stage because there were a lot of sacrifices that she has to make, that she had to make to bring us up. A lot of financial challenges, a lot of society challenges, a lot of those challenges. Everybody here in Toastmasters, just hear the segment properly, and I want all of your attention. As a society, we have never been kind to others. They have to make a lot of sacrifices to a lot of their passion, a lot of their willingness, a lot of things that they want to do. At times, we have always burdened our mothers to be right in every situation. We have always burdened her to be there, to be selfless. A lot of expectations is what we have unknowingly burdened her. I am sure you can relate. Our mindset is, she's the mother, she cannot be wrong. Do you agree with me? Yes. She has to be selfless because she is the mother, right? If the baby is thin, mummy ने कुछ नहीं खिलाया. If the baby is fat, mummy ने time पर रोक नहीं लगाई. If the baby is not doing in the right direction, माँ ने ख्याल नहीं रखा. If the baby is not doing good in studies and has failed, माँ ने पढ़ाया नहीं. That's what as society we have always said to every mother. Nobody has said इसके पापा ने नहीं पढ़ाया. We always say माँ ने ध्यान नहीं दिया. But why? Today, if I have to step out of the town, everyone will ask me. Everyone, be it my own mother, will ask me who will take care of the baby. But my husband goes out for 5 days straight. Nobody asks him who will take care of the baby. And all this societal pressure is what makes the mom guilt. Actually, when I am stepping out for just 2 nights, I am like, who will take care of my baby? Will she eat well? Will she be able to sleep well? Will she be able to have all the healthy habits, that healthy routine that I'm trying to maintain. Why? All this is because of the societal pressure. Toastmasters realize that these unsaid expectations is what we have kept. We have burdened it with our mothers. Now, take that paper. The first, we are going to do that in 2 sections. The first section is to realize when you have set an over expectation for your mother. When you have expected her to be selfless, but actually it was her moment wherein she could have just lived it for herself. Or anything that comes into your mind, anytime, anything that maybe you're sorry about, or maybe you could have not done this to her. Realize and write it down. I have the paper.
Extra pencils, can you please pass them forward?
I'm sorry, this can be to your mother, or if not, you could not relate now, then it can be to the mother of the children also.
So can you repeat what you say? What happened?
Anything that you feel that you have put it over, like sometime, just for an example, you say that you expected your mother to do something else because she is a mother, but now you regret saying that, hey, you could have either, like, she could have done that for herself. Anything, anything that, or if it's not the same, anything you are sorry about to your mother. I'll say what I am trying to write, and I mean what is my context. I'm sorry of thinking that because you are the mother, you should have understood this. You should have understood the pain of what I am going through. But it's okay that she didn't understand. So like that you can write. Whatever comes to your mind, it's not mandatory. It's a completely personal thing. If you want to share, you can. If not, this is your personal realization, just a note to yourself. And why I am asking you to write, so that this pressure doesn't goes on now to other mothers in the society. You can share that.
I'm sorry, I thought of my mother mostly as a mother, in the role of a mother, rather than learning to understand her as an adult that she is, as an individual that she is. I'm really sorry. I wish I could have done that a little sooner in life.
And this realization, I think we females have it a little earlier than men, or maybe men. I don't know about men.
I'm sorry.
become mother.
What you did for me as a duty.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry what you all did. You had to do as a duty, right?
Sacrifice was needed and nothing to be, out of the way.
Sacrifice was not an option for her, right?
Yeah, it was just a thing. It had to be. So I'm taking her for granted.
Yeah. Any men who wants to share anything?
Yeah. So, as I told you that she always used to prepare sweets on festivals. Sometimes she was not able to do because she was not there or something. Still, as a kid, we had the expectation. That's what I wrote. sorry mom, I expected you net sweets on every Diwali, irrespective of you not able to do in your as you are ill and any other reason. So that was my unexpected kind of.
Almost from last 26 years, I am staying away from my mother because she is still in hometown and I need to job and career for two different places. And over the time, I felt like my communication also got dropped a lot in last this many years. I realized this multiple times, but now I'm taking more time to go and do it. From last 1 year I'm doing this exercise. Trying to spend more time, even though we don't talk much, but we sit together and just feel our presence.
You want to share? Okay. Anybody else wants to share? Yes.
I'm turning 41 and I have relied on food from my mother only all the 3 meals. And I used to point out the mistakes in the food. She used to cook that there's more oil or more spices. She used to prepare even when she was not well. So now I have realized my mistake that it is not easy to cook food for somebody all the 3 meals and all 365 days. So this is a big thing. Out of love she is doing, so we must not at least point out the mistakes.
Yeah, and I must tell you that like cooking 365 days, 3 times, 4 times meal regularly, it's the most boring job anyone can have, and mothers have done it effortlessly throughout their life, and we still expect them to do it. Okay, on the second note, Kritika, you want to share?
So my mother, and even still now, she has a habit of waking up very early. Like when we used to go to school, like I used to go to school at 6 a.m. in the morning. And my brothers also, everyone used to go to school so early. So she used to wake up at 4 a.m. every single day, and she used to do all the chores and pack our lunch. And it was not also that she would pack the lunch at night, she would pack it in the morning and do everything. And even after that, sometimes when during exams or something, if someday she used to wake us all up because we didn't wake up ourselves. So if somehow any single day it was late, we used to be pissed off on her that it's my exam. How can she be late? How can she be late? But it was actually our exam, not her exam, that she would be on time. It should be us. So sorry about that.
That is the burden, that is what we are saying. Be there selflessly all the time, that is what we have said before. Another section is just write a small note of gratitude. Who all have children? So your duty is to write a note of gratitude to your mother and also the children of your mother, like your wife. And the same activity you can do for your wife also, not necessarily now, but maybe it's just a part of realization when you go home that all of the unnecessary pressure that you have also, I am sure you are put in, maybe you have not realized up till now, but everybody does, every man in this world will do. So any unsaid pressure that you have put in because you are the mom, you have to do this, but as a father also you could have done it. Nobody has said that it's the responsibility of mom only to cook the food for their children. Nobody has ever written it anywhere. But it's the society job that we have given to her. So anything that you would like to, you can first write a gratitude note for your mother and a wife, and then this activity you can go do it at home. I mean, just a sort thing of realization, but everybody just write a note of gratitude to your mother. Keep it to yourselves. You can also write it on your phone and directly share it with your mother, wishing her on Mother's Day. Okay, we still have time. We'll just take a short break. Maybe I will reduce the break from 5 minutes to 3 minutes like that. We'll just extend it 5 minutes more. Just write a short gratitude note. Maybe it's your way of wishing her on Mother's Day. You can directly do it on phone also. No problem. Right. calls. We can do the break also now. People can continue writing their letters, and then anybody who has done can take 2-3 minutes of break, and then we'll, rejoin after that.
Let's finish this, then we'll take it.
Okay. Please. Toastmaster Rahul, you are not writing? You wrote already?
You do not have. You can write a letter to your wife. They say.
To be wife. To be wife.
Yeah, you see. No, listen, I'd say this, in this way, that the universe always keeps listening to us. So you can start saying your thank yous and sorries in advance. So that you get what you want. Arey, this is for your future wife, I'm saying.
You can have your imaginary children and then. You have to visualize.
Yes, you have to visualize. Good one.
Okay, we're all done. Okay, on that note, thank you all for being there, for listening to me, for taking time to realize a lot of things, writing a gratitude note, a sorry note to your parents, to your mother especially. Thank you, and as society, let's ensure that the mothers, the new mothers, the old mothers, whosoever, as a society, we put in less pressure, less expectation, and contribute more. Okay, on that note, let's break out for a few minutes, like 3, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and we'll join you for the feedback session. Okay, thank you.
Please feel free to drop the pencil pen in this bag so that we can reuse it for a different session.
Thank you everyone. Now we move to the feedback session. Feedback session, as I say, is the most important session because that actually tells us where we are wrong and what needs to be improved. Favorite topics? 4 to 5 minutes.
No, I've already said in the agenda. Follow the agenda. Yes.
No, 6 topics were less. It's 5 plus 4 to 5 minutes. Then almost 4 to 5 minutes. Then let's follow the agenda only. Okay. Okay, on that note, I would like to hand it over the stage to our Tamil evaluator, Toastmaster Abhita.
So, this is the section of evaluation. As all the others always evaluate their child to make them a better person, in Toastmasters also we have this evaluation section where we try to make ourselves as a better speaker, as a better communication person. On that note, we will start with the first on table topic evaluation. I would like to call Toastmaster Abel to come on the stage and give evaluation on the table topics.
Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Nice to see so many smiling, beautiful faces. And today today's day is very special, something related to mothers, and all topics were evolving around mothers only. So first of all, I would like to say thank myself, Abhay Kumar Jain, and I am here to evaluate table topic all the participants. So my role is to highlight whatever good part, or strength which were displayed, and one or two the areas where we can work more, we can further. First of all, I would like to thank you, table topic master Deepika. I think you have got very nice topics, and the topics which one can easily relate and easy to speak. Not I would not say easy to speak, but easy to build the ideas and to speak. So our first table topic participant was Bhanu. Bhanu is seasoned Toastmaster. So Toastmaster Bhanu, I don't have any specific recommendation, but I think your topic was describe one meal and you spoken about the sweet. You have very good space presence, no doubt about it. You are using the Oreo approach right from the beginning. Like Oreo approach is all about if we have our opinions and reasoning and example. Then again, some of the and you have built the story very well. The audience were very well connected. So I don't have any specific recommendation for you. Going next was Toastmaster Kritika. Kritika's topic was childhood notorious life. And I think you were able to take your space, everybody with you. You have started with the various activities or what you are talking about. Very good voice modulation, very good space presence. I think the one thing I can talk about is that you are talking about your notice activity, but you can also add why. What was the reason that you were noticed? What made you change to the latter part? That could have made your story more authentic. Not authentic, I would say, more relatable. So that's the one part only I can talk about. Next was guest Jamie. So guest Jamie, you have very good voice for all about it. So this is your second speech. Last time also you were spoken about it. You have tried to use good Oreo approach as well. But I felt that your closing was a little abrupt. The topic you had was superpower more bombs and that kind of topic. So while sitting over here, we can keep on pushing ourselves our thoughts and how we can make my closing abrupt closing, we can make our closing more appealing and that. Next was our Toastmaster Utkarsh, and his topic was one line we heard from the mother. Everybody learns one line. I think he also used good start. And one thing I could talk about how we can have a better voice modulation. That is the one part we can think of. Next was Toastmaster Rajesh, and your topic was one quality we can learn from mother. I think you speak well, you build a lot of reasoning, and you try to build on that thing. One thing I can talk about is how we can bring more voice modulation, better stage presence, can have more voice. That's the whole idea of how we can have that stage presence and to bring voice modulation. That is one. If I talk one topic only, that is the voice modulation. Next was guest watch. His work. But I think he looked like that. He spoken earlier also. He spoke very well, I would say. And he was using good hand gestures, good voice modulations, and overall it was very good. Only thing he could have improved further was a better eye contact. Then we had Toastmaster Shreya. Toastmaster Shreya, she also I think she also a good speaker, I would say. Her topic was one thing mother did which become your habit, and she used the good voice modulation, good hand gesture. She had a very, very strong closing as well. So the way she had closed, it was very well. And for her also that she would have have better eye contact. Next one was Toastmaster Piyush. Toastmaster Piyush, your topic was one thing that the children do better than the adults. I think you started where you tried to build upon that, but somewhere I felt that you were not pushing yourself hard. Also standing over here, and I do understand it's not easy to keep on speaking for 1.5 to 2 minutes. But as we are running over here, how we can push ourselves further and bring more news for the population. That's the only thing I can talk about. Next was guest Amit. Guest Amit topic was one thing mothers can do better than the mother. For you also same thing. I think how we can push ourselves more and more to speak. How we can have voice modulation for those things we can do it. But very well planned. Because there is a first try, we came first time in the space. From that perspective, it was very good at. We can do better. And last was our guest Gaurav. I think he is also good. So again, same thing. First try, he was trying his best. Let's see how we can push ourselves further. Thank you very much.
Next, I would like to call upon the evaluators who have prepared a speech. So for that, for the first speech, the Toastmaster Pratik, Toastmaster Rahul is the evaluator, so I will call upon him.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amitabh. Toastmaster Pratik gave an impactful speech on the sacrifices of our mothers. And kudos to Toastmaster Pratik for aligning it with the theme of today's meeting. One thing I liked the most is that he started with a question. When you are starting with a question, it immediately hooks the audience. And when he disclosed that the topic was about mother, everybody resonated with the topic and started paying attention. So kudos to Toastmaster Pratik. Second good thing that I observed in his speech was the confidence and the clarity. I'm not sure if Toastmaster Pratik notices or the audience notices, but if we compare the first speech he gave and this speech, you could see the astounding improvement in his confidence and the clarity. So again, thank you Toastmaster Pratik for showing up every time you get the time and you take up roles, you take up these speeches, and kudos. Another good thing about his speech was there were a lot of instances and stories about the mother's sacrifice, which again resonated with the audience. Even though the speech was really great, it could have some improvements and some recommendations that I would like to share is, the first one is the emotional aspect of the speech. Even though the speech inherently had the emotion attached, but the speaker could have added a little bit more effort to make it a little bit more personal and emotional. For example, when the speaker got the tiffin from his mother, or when the speaker was asking his mother about the sacrifices she made and the dreams she sacrificed for taking care of her family. Another improvement could be the body language and the stage movement. I could see Toastmaster Pratik was standing at one place and giving the entire speech, and he was constantly using the hand gesture. That was a good thing, but I could see a lot of body language or gestures could be added. For example, when you were saying no, you could have gestured something like this, or when you are counting, you can show 1, 2, 3, something like that. When you are saying little things, short things, you can maybe do this. Overall, it was a good speech. It was very personal speech, and it was very much aligned with the theme as well. If the speaker could work on the body language, stage movement, and adding a little bit more emotion to the speech, he is going to take the speech to the next level. That would be it from me. Over to you, gentlemen.
For the next speech, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Daishi to give the evaluation on the speech of Toastmaster Sumit.
We have been hearing this phrase since our childhood that it is made in Japan, right? Even if it is technology, toys. And today, we are experiencing Japan lifestyle with our Instagram reels. But today, Sumit has gone through it. He showed the lifestyle which he realized, which he lived in there. And today, Sumit didn't only give the speech, he actually took the audience to enjoy, to experience the Japan lifestyle. Right? Yes. Do you agree with this? Yes. So, and the important good points were that Sumit was confident here. He started with a question that grabbed the audience, and his eye contact, his hand gestures were perfect. As I heard his first speech as well, and now speech as well, that he really showed the improvement in this. But few suggestions for him, that somewhere there were unnecessary movements. And while if you are telling experience or stories, you can add transitions. Like first story from here, and another from here, another from here. So audience can connect with them. And while experience, like one of the incidents, he told that the shopkeeper was running behind him, leaving his shop. That time, he could add the drama that he was running and leaving his shop behind it. Just give a few change. So it grabs the audience. Overall, the speech was confident, storytelling was very good. Adding some pace that somewhere I found that he was little fast while sharing your experiences on incidents. Pace could be little slow. Adding these improvements, his speech, and he could be a good, confident speaker. I wish him very all the best.
Next, I will like to call the tag team here to give their feedback on all the speeches, all the people who have taken the stage. For that, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Chandra to give the report on as a grammarian.
So I was astounded to see so many people have used the word of the day. I would like to talk about this. Toastmaster Shravasti, Toastmaster Deepika, guest Varshit, guest Riya, and Toastmaster Rahul. And I couldn't find much ill usage of grammar, but I had noted a lot of good usage. So it started with metacognitive, playing in my mind, awkward silence, flood of memories, immerse, track every single rupee, brought about, ruined by bombs, coconut shell, notorious, forged the signature, inculcates, speculates, hooked the audience, isolated personality. And that's my point. Thank you.
Next, I would like to call Toastmaster Vikrant to present the report as a author.
Good afternoon, dear Toastmasters and dear guests. So, today I am starting with it's again a filler word. Just to remind, I really like the way most of the Toastmasters have used their sentences and tried to use minimum filler words. I would, first of all, I would appreciate 3 Toastmasters who were almost flawless. There were no single filler words I could personally observe. Toastmaster Shravasti, Toastmaster Bhanu, and Toastmaster Rahul. Thank you. Next, Toastmaster Shira, were few hours, one so. I feel she needs to work on only hour. Rest all is really good, flawless. Toastmaster Avita, only one so. Toastmaster Piyush, 2 hour and 3 so's. Toastmaster Pratik, 2 hour. Toastmaster Sumit, 1 hour. Toastmaster Deepika, multiple hour, 1 so. And there were repeated words also. Table topic. Guest Jerry, multiple hour. Toastmaster Kritika, 1 so. Toastmaster Lucas, 3 hour, 1 repeated word. Get. Toastmaster Piyush, Toastmaster Rajesh, 3 hour, 1 you know, 2 so. Toastmaster guest Vash, 2 hour. Toastmaster Shreya, 1 you know, 1 so. Toastmaster Piyush, again 2 hour. Guest Amit, 2 hour. Guest Gaurav, multiple hour, 1 so. Toastmaster Abhay, multiple hour, 2 so. And Toastmaster Nancy, 1 hour and 1 so. Surprisingly, I did not find anyone using filler word well and like. There were 2 people who used you know. I really like you know. If this is the best filler word I feel if you are using, it still looks little better. This was a quote from my end. Thank you.
Next, I will call upon the timer of the day, Toastmaster Aishwarya, to come on stage and present the report.
So I'm back with my report, and my report is PM Shavasti as a sergeant in arms who took 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Toastmaster Shavasti as a presiding officer, you took 10 minutes and 31 seconds. Toastmaster Shreya, you took 5 minutes and 18 seconds. Toastmaster Piyush, you took 1 minute and 8 seconds. Toastmaster Shreya, you took 46 minutes all over. Toastmaster Pratik, you took 6 minutes and 28 seconds. Toastmaster Sumit, you took 6 minutes and 54 seconds. Toastmaster Deepika, as a tabletop master, you took 19 minutes and just 19 minutes. Toastmaster Bhanu, you took 1 minute and 41 seconds. Toastmaster Ritika, you took 1 minute and 53 seconds. Guest Javed took 1 minute and 9 seconds. Toastmaster Utkarsh, you took 1 minute and 45 seconds. Guest Rajesh took Toastmaster Rajesh took 1 minute and 44 seconds. Guest Harshit took 1 minute and 11 seconds. Guest Shreya took 1 minute and 17 seconds. Toastmaster Piyush, you took 58 seconds. Unfortunately, you are disqualified. Guest Amit took 41 seconds. Unfortunately, you are disqualified. Toastmaster Gaurav took 1 minute and 44 seconds. Toastmaster Abhitav, as a general evaluator, took 3 minutes. Toastmaster Abhay, as a tabletop master, you took 7 minutes and 10 seconds. Toastmaster Rahul, as a speech evaluator, you took 3 minutes and 22 seconds. Toastmaster Nyanshi, you took 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Toastmaster Chetna, you took 54 seconds. You are disqualified. Toastmaster Vikrant took 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.
For the detailed report. At the end, I would like to share feedback about the whole session. I'll start with sharing all details on the WhatsApp group. I found that today morning only speech details were shared on the group. There are some things has to be rectified on the back end. How we can see that the details are filled, forms are filled and details are shared well in advance. That thing we have to correct from here. The meeting got started on time and I came here, the things were not organized properly, but thanks for all the efforts made by the Toastmasters to make sure that everything is well organized before the start of the meeting. And thank you for all the Toastmasters who has taken last minute roles to make the meeting successful. In case of evaluation, I would like to start with the table topic master evaluation. The CRC approach was followed, that is commendation, recommendation and commendation again. However, I found the stage movement was little in excess, so that can be improved here. In case of the speech evaluation, Toastmaster Rahul, you did a great job. The complete evaluation was in line as expected. Toastmaster Nancy, you also did a wonderful evaluation and a very good example. You also shared how the things can be improved in the speech. So thanks a lot for that. In case of the tag team, the grammarian presented a very detailed and excellent report to all the members. Our counter, no recommendation, and timer also presented the report very well. Overall, the session was excellent. Small improvements, what I suggested, can be made in future and make the meeting more successful. So that's all from my side. I would like to call upon Toastmaster here, deciding officer Toastmaster Shavasti to come on the stage.
I'm back once again, also heralding the end of the session today almost. Since we are all in the process of it, please ensure that you take this time to fill in the voting form which has been circulated on your WhatsApp group. Request members to help out our guests and ensure that it is done as well. While we are in the process of voting for our most favorite speakers and speeches, I would like to take a brief moment and comment on the excellent manner. I was astounded with the way in which the session was conducted today by our Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Shri. I loved the topic that she had selected, and what I also liked was how interactive she made it. She also made us introspect. I think as Toastmasters, communication is not just the words we utter, but also the thinking that we do. And here today we got a chance to actually think about different things. Thank you for that. Loved that segment. And I can go on saying all the things that I want to say. However, it is also equally important to hear from our guests. So I can see that most of our guests have scooted. But the lone guest who is here today, can you please hear from? Can we please hear from you? What are your impressions? You can stand over there.
So actually, this was my first session as a guest for Toastmasters, and one thing which I found to be great is that people are not hesitating. Like it's not that usually we tend to feel that if you're perfect in something, you should come forward and speak. So I just came with that thought that at least I want to go there with the invitation, and I feel strongly that at least seeing everybody around, I should be able to do that. And then the other thing I found very amazing is that people are really keeping their mind out, and the initial sessions done by Shumi and Pradeep, I think they were very they actually share their actual feelings and their actual thought process. I didn't feel that it was made up or something at all. So yeah, it's amazing and thank you.
Thank you. That's actually a very good point you have done. Toastmasters usually, especially in our prepared speech segment, it is desirable that the stories that we come up with are our own personal experiences, because when something is very personal to us, it becomes easier to relate to it even as a member of the audience. So we are always out there hunting for some interesting incident that we can somehow translate into a Toastmasters speech or a favorite topic segment, whatever the case might be. Appreciate you pointing that out for us. Are the votes in? Yeah? Okay, while we are just getting it sorted over there, one quick point. This week, the intention was to have a joint session with Gurgaon Orators Club, Gurgaon Orators Toastmasters Club. However, the plan fell through because we did not get any Toastmasters from our club willing to go over there yesterday. They had their sessions on Saturday. And consequently, 4 or 5 people who were ready to come to our club from GOP for our session today also backed out. As president of the club, I would like to take this opportunity to highlight and also request to you the importance of the joint sessions. It is not just a mandate that we need to ensure our club is on track, but more importantly, it will give us an opportunity to see how other clubs operate, if there are any best practices that we see there which we would want to try and incorporate here, or in general to meet others in the Toastmasters fraternity. May I please therefore request you all to take the initiative and let me know how many of you will be willing to be there and enable us to make a joint session a success. Both clubs need it. It is something that both clubs will benefit from, but it's a reciprocal relationship, they won't come if we don't go. So please think about it. I will not pressurize you right here and now. That's not fair.
So
but
I have a suggestion.
Please.
Because, I think that the proposal was to have a meeting on Saturday and Sunday. So many people were thinking that they have to attend 2 meetings and because of out of their busy schedule. So there is a suggestion that we can schedule on our regular. I know their club timings are different and our club timings are different. We can collaborate with another club who meets at the same time. So,
as our club.
Yeah. So Eloquent Toastmasters or GTMC or GPT.
I will then get in touch with you so that you could be in touch
So
with
because
others.
everyone's time is fixed that Sunday we go to Toastmasters. So Saturday they have.
I completely appreciate. I understand. I'll be in touch with you to take the contact and take it forward.
We had our joint meetings with GTMC earlier because they meet on the same time.
I see. I was not aware of it, but thank you for pointing that out. Any other? Yes, please.
Yeah, I believe joint meetings were happening during festivals or some.
Yeah, when the one club membership.
It is expected that there will be less number of people on the join. After if they are having such sessions, where already we have.
But it's a mandate. How should we navigate that?
It is a mandate, but we have 1 year to actually complete. But we probably did not complete it during Christmas, maybe during Diwali or
all those festivals were in the previous 6-month tenure.
Yeah.
We need one for this 6-month tenure.
It's not mandate, I think.
It is for once in every term. So for this term, it's still pending for us.
If you want to have a Gavels Club or Gavels Award or some recognition, then only it is required. But if you are not targeting, then it's not a must.
Obviously, the intention is to try and push our club forward.
Yeah, so for award, it's.
So I think I like your idea. We'll try and get in touch with us. This was planned 3 weeks in advance.
So I think the roles also to be finalized 3 weeks. I know you contacted me, but because of my
one only.
Either Saturday or Sunday.
See, it is if we. I think I like Toastmaster Bhanu's idea here, because if we people from here will have to go on a Saturday if it is a gym club which is doing on Saturday. If we want them to come here on a Saturday.
What is like saying 1 week we can have Saturday.
Yeah, we could. That is one. Yes.
We can have Sunday. They can be Saturday.
We can. Nobody will keep it off. So what I will do is find a club which is at the same time as ours, so that we can have the meeting together. Maybe like I said, no, there are 2 or 3 clubs.
Yeah, there are many clubs. Same time.
Same time.
Yeah. In
In
Gurgaon
fact, I
itself.
think Toastmasters Saini is also from one such club.
There is
Which one?
new GTMC as well.
Yeah.
In sector.
This one, New Gurgaon Toastmasters Club.
That is a good club we can do there. But going MPNC is
Yeah,
much.
not MPNs. I think they meet in Masters Union, DTMC.
But that is near
So
MPNC.
the distance will be challenge. But again, if you want to improve, you have to work.